Lana injured by Jackson Baszler and is not able to compete at TLC. Paul Heyman reveals the real reason why he was paired with CM Punk, and Braun Strowman reveals his dramatic body transformation on social media. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's SK Wrestling News Roundup. Lana injured by Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler on Raw will not compete at TLC. Lana got the biggest singles win of her WWE career when she defeated Nia Jax. Unfortunately for her, the celebration didn't last as she was on the receiving end of a vicious beatdown from the women's tag team champions. Shayna Baszler unleashed a brutal attack, causing injuries to Lana's elbow and knee before Asuka was able to make the save. Later on in the evening, during Baszler's match with Brooke, the Raw commentary team revealed that due to Lana's injuries suffered at the hands of Jackson Baszler, Lana would not be cleared to compete at this Sunday's WWE TLC. Brooke would go on to defeat Baszler via DQ after Jax got involved in the match. Afterwards, Mandy made her WWE return with a kendo stick and laid into the tag team champions. When Baszler was able to wrestle the weapon away from Rose, Asuka would hit the ring and help the returning superstar, and Brooke sent the champions running. So now Asuka needs a tag team partner at TLC. As of now, she's scheduled to have a mystery partner with Brooke and Rose in a tag team together. Neither option makes a lot of sense. So who will it be? You can bet the speculation of the return of the Queen Charlotte Flair run rampant throughout the week if WWE chooses to keep Asuka's tag team partner a mystery. Elias reveals why Undertaker's WWE returns personally offended him. WWE superstar Elias recently joined Lillian Garcia on the Chasing Glory podcast, and the duo chatted on a variety of topics in regards to his career. Elias talked about working with The Undertaker and revealed that there was a time when he used to get offended when in-ring veterans like The Phenom came back and took spots on TV. Elias talked about how whenever legends like The Undertaker, Kane, and Shawn Michaels came back and took TV time, he wasn't thrilled. He believed that they shouldn't be there because it was his time to shine. When Elias watched the Last Ride docuseries, he realized that The Phenom is aware of it but loves the business too much to let it go. Elias added that he got it and doesn't feel anger towards him now, saying, quote, "This is going to sound selfish, but when these guys are around, guys like Undertaker, Kane, Shawn Michaels, when they would come back, I would get personally offended by that. The reason would be that I should either be in there with those guys and learning from them, and they should be passing on their knowledge, or they should just not be there because it's the new guys' time." That's how I felt. I had a little bit of anger towards that generation. Then I saw the interview with The Undertaker with that 4 or 5 part series, and you come to find out how he's aware of that as well. I was like, oh, let me put myself in this situation and get paid incredibly well. One of the best of all time, the fans go absolutely insane for the guy. It softens me to go, oh, I get it, and I don't have that anger that I did have before, end quote. Paul Heyman reveals why he was paired up with CM Punk. Paul Heyman was recently seen on an Inside the Ropes live show. He discussed his on-screen partnership with CM Punk and the reason why the two men were paired together. CM Punk was a Paul Heyman guy back in 2012 all the way up until Heyman's betrayal at Money in the Bank 2013. Heyman continues to be good friends with Punk even to this day. Speaking on his pairing with the voice of the voiceless, Paul Heyman revealed the reaction both men had when they were told they were working together on screen. At the time, both CM Punk and Heyman had a lot of backstage heat. Heyman said, quote, "I look over him and he says, 'Can you believe they're effing putting us together?' And I'm like, we're both gonna be effing fired in the next 4 weeks. Don't you get it?" And he goes, "But the thing we're going to stir in 4 weeks, they don't effing have a clue. I loved working with him. I loved it. I had the time of my life," end quote. Paul Heyman believes his pairing with CM Punk was not really an attempt to enhance Punk's talent, considering Punk's obvious skill on the mic. Heyman said he was paired with the best in the world in order to make his heel turn more successful and to prevent fans from booing John Cena, saying, quote, "How do you turn CM Punk heel in Chicago? Make it even more difficult. How do you turn him heel on John Cena? Because Night of Champions is in Boston, which is John Cena's hometown, where they are sure to boo John Cena and cheer CM Punk. So Vince comes up with the idea, if I can't make them boo him, I can at least make them gasp, end quote. Kevin Owens on Vince McMahon's original plans for WrestleMania 34. The chairman of the WWE, Vince McMahon, has had his fair share of matches in the ring. McMahon has performed as a wrestler in the past, and Vince McMahon has held the ECW Championship, WWE Championship, and also has won a Royal Rumble. The WWE chairman has crossed paths with many former champions such as The Rock, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens had an interview via Zoom earlier this week, and on the call, the former Universal Champion spoke about his intentions and plans in the WWE. During his call, Kevin Owens revealed that the WWE chairman Vince McMahon was to team up with his son Shane McMahon to face the team of Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens shared that the match was initially planned for WrestleMania 34. However, the match didn't come to fruition, and the WWE Universe got a tag team match between the teams of Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The match marked the in-ring return of Daniel Bryan after he had retired from in-ring action due to a neck injury. Braun Strowman shows off inspiring body transformations on social media. Raw superstar Braun Strowman made his WWE debut in 2015 as a part of the Wyatt family. Over the years, the monster among men has gone through some huge character changes and has also worked very hard to improve his physique. Braun Strowman took to Twitter to share an incredible before and after picture showing off his amazing body transformation. When comparing the two pictures, it's evident how much effort Strowman has put into his physique, and he is undoubtedly in the best shape of his career. 2020 has undoubtedly been the most successful year in the WWE career of Braun Strowman. After winning the Intercontinental title, his first single championship, Strowman also defeated Goldberg at WrestleMania 36 to win the Universal Championship for the first time in his career. Following that, he went straight into a feud with his former Wyatt family leader, Bray Wyatt. It was at SummerSlam 2020 where Braun Strowman lost his Universal title to the Fiend Bray Wyatt. In the 2020 WWE Draft, Strowman was moved to Monday Night Raw, but was recently suspended due to his attack on WWE official Adam Pearce. Thanks for watching today's SK Wrestling News Roundup. If you liked today's video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.